The domino effect is a concept that illustrates how one event can trigger a series of related occurrences, like falling dominoes. In the context of France and West Africa, this idea is particularly relevant when examining historical, political, and economic relationships between the two. From the colonial era to modern geopolitical and financial ties, actions taken in France have often blowback on them across West African nations. There is still such a thing as karma. As France and Macron are finding out, they're losing narrative control, and the dominoes are falling. Let's explore. The phrase, "you can't win for losing," describes a situation where someone keeps facing setback after setback, no matter what they do. It suggests that even when they try their best, they still end up unsuccessful or face obstacles that prevent their triumph, leading to their continued cycle of failure. As it were, Emmanuel Macron in France has, and is, losing its colonies, as well as the natural and human resources associated with colonization, as we speak. France can't win for losing. This is the 2025 Human Development Index report by country from the World Population Review website. This organization provides up-to-date population statistics, demographic trends, and data visualizations for countries and regions worldwide. The map visualizes, according to the website, the Human Development Index by color code for each nation. Light blue signifies high National Human Index nations. Brown signifies low National Human Index nations. Green signifies medium Human Index nations. And dark blue signifies very high Human Index nations. If you look at the African continent on the map, something striking takes shape. Of the 23 African nations this organization deems low on the Human Development Index, 15 of them are either former French colonies, or their leadership are still French lackeys, overjoyed to do France's bidding. Those nations are Senegal, Guinea, Mali, Burkina Faso, Benin, Niger, Chad, Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Madagascar. 15 out of 23 countries under French colonial rule. That's 65%. 65% of African nations colonized by France and relegated to low human index status, while France has been getting rich from their natural and human resources. All of that is changing in real time as we see Africans all over the continent kicking out their colonizers and their lackeys. And it's only a matter of time until we see a complete withdrawal of neocolonialism in Africa. General Tiani said it best in his interview with RTN Nigeria.
I'd rather talk about another current event concerning Emmanuel Macron. When he went to Brussels again regarding the conciliation request, where he had said, "Don't interfere in what's happening between the Nigerian colony and France. Niger belongs to us. We alone decide the solution." That's why I say it's civilizational, it's cultural. Still, in December 2023, another brilliant Frenchman said, and I quote, "It's the little fool." I repeat, it's the little fool Emmanuel Macron who opened the eyes of Africans. The little fool Emmanuel Macron who opened the eyes of Africans. If we ever lose these colonies, our sons, our grandsons will go to Africa to seek their sustenance. Migration will change direction. The European Union, alongside France, must ensure that this African vision fails. That's what he said, and he goes further. This vision, this new vision of the Africans of the Sahel region, must fail. Niger, Mali, Burkina. If they succeed, others will follow. Emmanuel Macron must leave, and I agree with him on that, even if it's with regret. Emmanuel Macron must leave, or France will suffer. Africa has no history. The same thing Sarkozy had announced. Africa has no history, and consequently this is his conclusion. Africa cannot dominate the world. But Africa doesn't need anyone's permission to dominate the world, since it already did.
Emmanuel Macron and the rest of the European and other countries that still think they're superior to those people they've once colonized had better pay close attention to these words. Ignoring good advice can lead to negative consequences, including potential suffering, financial ruin, or moral failure of your respective nations and peoples. Failing to heed warnings or discipline can also result in the further decline of failing empires. As it were, not listening to advice can lead to missed opportunities. Opportunities that could have led to better relations with those who you've wronged in the past. Instead, you double down on your superiority complexes and further isolate yourself to the world. It's not going to fare well for you in the end. He that has an ear to hear, let him hear. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.